significant comeback for Mike Vrabel and his team. They're a bunch of fighters, we know that. But you consider the significance of this loss for Miami, who was 9-3 coming in. You're a 2-touchdown favorite at home. Your schedule gets a hell of a lot harder to finish. This is a game up 14. You just cannot lose, and they do. Tennessee, let's frame it more positively. They win a game where they trail by 14 with less than 3 minutes to go. Teams have lost 767 consecutive times in that situation. The Titans just the 5th team to pull off such a comeback this century. Of those 5 teams, only the Titans did it in regulation. Dan Orlovsky joins us now from the scene of the remarkable finish. Let's look at it from the winning side in a minute. I think you got to frame this from the Miami perspective, Dan, just because they were the 9-3 team and they're up 14. What happened?
Massive disappointment.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, Scott, massive
How does that
disappointment.
happen?
Yeah, so it's a game of, for Miami, errors, poor operation, and missed opportunities. It's not just the end. When you go back to the start of the game, they go down the field, and then there's a fumbled snap, and not only a fumbled snap, but then it's a pickup by Tua. He tries to throw it, and there's a turnover. There's a field goal that gets blocked. So early on in this game, while they were, I guess you want to say, somewhat in control, there was missed opportunities and errors. And then in the second half, and I'll point to really like their final 2 drives. You know, they go down the field, and Tennessee scores, and essentially the 4-minute drive, they go back-to-back runs without Tyreek Hill on the field. So Tennessee knows they're going to run the football.
Right.
And then on 3rd down, really no answer because they double-team Tyreek and they double-team Jalen. And then really their 2-minute drill. Scott, for me, the shocking thing is I watched Will Levis operate 2 back-to-back 2-minute drills pretty flawlessly. And then we have Miami, who has plenty of time, and really the clock management and the way they handled the situation, not up to par. And I think you're going to sit back and say, what a missed opportunity, because they win and they're the 1 seed, and now you know, they're going to be chasing Baltimore. So just a ton of self-inflicted wounds.
And it was a night, though. Tyreek Hill goes down with that ankle injury early. I thought he was done for the night. Then he guts it out and is back out there. We don't know for certain, like, how compromised was he physically, but he was able to get back out on the field. But it was choppy for certain. But up 14, man, let's frame this more from the Tennessee perspective. And Will Levis is going to join us here in a bit. I mean, you're staring into the teeth of it, and I don't know what he could have done that was any better than what he did. You know how hard it is to play this position in the league. What did he show you?
Everything that you want from a franchise quarterback. And I know it's a small body of work, but if you're Tennessee, you got to sit back and go, if we think we have our guy. You know, the start of the game, Scott, he throws a pick 6 on a screen pass to a defensive tackle on Monday Night Football. Yeah. You know, that's a tough start for a young man on the road, and never flinched and just kept going and going. And you saw some 3rd down conversions. You saw toughness. He tried to run over Jalen Ramsey. He tried to run over Kohu. He tried to run over basically everybody on that Miami defense. And in the second half, he was unbelievable. And I think the thing that you love is we know he's physically talented and he's got this big, strong arm. But some of these touch throws that he made were awesome. The crosser to DeAndre Hopkins, some of the playmaking that you saw. It was funny, Scott, sitting with him yesterday. You know, you're having this conversation of, you're a young player and your team struggling, and I just asked him straight up. I looked at him, I said, hey, do you think you belong? And he looked me dead in the eye and he said, oh, I absolutely do. And I'm going to prove it every day to myself and every day to this organization. And I think he did that tonight, man. He was the best player in the field. Yeah, you said that on the broadcast, and he said afterwards with Laura, I just want to get better every day. And he got better today. He got better in the last 3 minutes, man. I think you show a lot to the group of men, and that's what that group of Titans are, man. That was something. That was quite a finish. You saw a great one. I know what a treat it was to be in the booth. You guys did a fantastic job, Dan. Appreciate it. If our paths don't cross between now and the holidays, enjoy them, okay? I appreciate you, legend. You too, man.
Wow, that's kind of you to say. That is Dan Orlovsky on the call tonight. This playoff picture gets a little bit clearer. Baltimore and Miami play one another. Baltimore plays San Francisco as well. Their schedule is the toughest the rest of the way in the National Football League, but Miami's gets a heck of a lot harder, too. Their final 3 games against Buffalo, Dallas, and Baltimore. But a lot of losses in this playoff side of the AFC for those who are in the hunt.